Hello everyone, welcome to New Gen Politics. Today I'd like to talk about a recent Gallup poll that came out, titled, "Less than half of Americans are very satisfied with their own lives." The poll asked, in general, are you satisfied or dissatisfied with the way things are going in your personal life at this time? Are you very satisfied or dissatisfied, or just somewhat satisfied or dissatisfied? And this is a graph you can see over time from 2001 all the way to 2024. And currently, only 47% of people were very satisfied. This is down 3 percentage points over the last year and is only 1 point higher than the 2011 record low for this trend. Like the poll said, 47% are very satisfied, 31% are somewhat satisfied, 11% are somewhat dissatisfied, and 9% are very dissatisfied. And down here they show a combined graph of if you're just satisfied or dissatisfied. They combine the very and somewhat satisfied into one group, which gets you presently 78% of people are satisfied. But this extends all the way back to 1979, and you can see we're basically at record lows. The lowest this graph has is 76% of people being satisfied. Where it actually peaked, funnily enough, was in 2020 with 90% of people being satisfied. What happened in 2020 that led to these results going down? Well, the article says economic confidence is one of the highest indicators of personal life satisfaction. Well, who got elected in 2020 who ruined the economy? And in the short span of 4 years, has given the biggest, quickest drop in the history of this poll, going from 90% down to 78%. Joe Biden. Joe Biden's responsible for this economic disaster that has led to horrible dissatisfaction across the board. And that's not the only thing, of course. But what's interesting is the poll does say who has the highest rates of satisfaction. Life satisfaction is highest among upper-income married religious adults. Kind of no surprise there. Majorities of Americans across all key demographic subgroups are at least somewhat satisfied with their lives, but only a few groups have majorities saying they are very satisfied. This includes those with annual household incomes of $100,000 or more, married adults, those who attend religious services regularly, college graduates, Democrats, and those aged 55 and older. You can see, I'll throw up on the screen the breakdown of 2023 to 2024 among each of these demographics. But so why are these people happier? Well, let's start with the first one. If you make more than $100,000 a year, you are way better insulated from the economic disaster that's happening than most people. That's check one. If you're married, naturally, you're probably going to be happier having a companion in your life than being single. Religious services. If you're a religious person, if you have faith in God, we know across every study ever done that religion is a key indicator of happiness. People who are more religious tend to be more happy, they tend to be more fulfilled, they tend to live better lives. Education. This one makes sense. Typically, people who are college graduates make a little bit more money. They get a better opportunity in their fields. Even though the rewards from going to college have been diminished over time, they still are better off than their counterparts typically. But the reality of what you get with a college degree is less than your expectations and what you were told you'd get. Party affiliation, Democrat. Unsurprising, since if you are a Democrat, your party is in power and the culture war is going exactly how you want it to. If you're a Republican, you feel literally targeted, spied on, arrested for your beliefs, belittled, name-called, all sorts of things. That's only natural that the party in power of both the culture and the government would be more satisfied. And lastly, age. If you're older, you have less to worry about because you don't have to worry about getting your life started in this nightmare realm we know as modern day society. You're probably way better insulated financially. You probably have more family. You've kind of outlived and outpaced most of the disasters in your life. You're not looking forward past 20, 30 years where like young people are looking, what is going to happen to me over the next 50, 60 years? Will I have financial stability? Will I have the opportunity to start a family? Will we start World War III? So all of these make sense to me. And to back up the thing about the Democrats, according to this poll, nearly all groups' satisfaction is the same or slightly worse than last year, except Democrats, who are slightly more likely to say they are very satisfied this year. In contrast, the percent of Republicans who say that they are very satisfied with their personal life has slipped 10 points 10 points in 1 year. That is the biggest drop in satisfaction across any demographic named on here, by a wide margin too. So it's pretty clear that Republicans are not satisfied with their personal lives in America right now because they don't feel the country is serving their interests in any way. So why does this poll matter? Why do we need to know if people are satisfied or dissatisfied with their personal lives? Isn't that their personal business? Well, no, I would say it actually is a key indicator for the health of a country, for the health of a society. All too often, we look at indicators for the health of a country that, to me, seem like they miss the target by quite a bit. You know, we look at things like GDP, we look at how liberal our country is, how progressive we are. We don't judge it based on what you would think would be the number one key indicator of the health of a country, which is the happiness and satisfaction of its people. If your people can live happy, healthy, fulfilling lives, what more is there to indicate? Looking purely at the GDP like Republicans often do, a lot of rich people are making more money. The average person is not. More money does not always equal happiness. If that's the target you're shooting for, well, we're certainly trying to get there. Republicans always try to do that, shoot for money, 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 and realize this isn't actually helping people. And on the other end, Democrats pushing for progressivism, for the liberal ideology, is also not helping people. Pushing for liberalism for the sake of liberalism, liberating yourself from God, from family, from community, from any sort of restraint or taboo, is that actually in the best interest of people? Well, it seems not, because people's satisfaction is going down. You know, is judging a country purely by its political beliefs a better indicator than judging it by if they're satisfied with their lives or not? I think that would be the best indicator, is can you live a happy, healthy, fulfilling life? Are your citizens happy? Are they moving in the right direction? Is the country getting better or worse? And in our case, it seems like we're completely ignoring the health of people. I mean, look at the mental health crisis going on in this country that we're doing basically nothing about because we're targeting all the wrong things, and the country's moving in a worse and worse direction consistently over time. So I hope a lot of people take this and realize that things are not good. They're getting worse, and we're focusing on the wrong things. If you want to make a society full of happy, healthy individuals, build it from the ground up. Look at what makes the average person happy. You know, community, religion, money, family, good values, safety, food that doesn't make them sick or is poison, not allowing total moral degeneracy. Start looking at the end game. If you want to build something up from the ground up, this is the target that we have been missing for decades and decades and decades because we've been focusing on the wrong things. Focus on the person, focus on how to make their lives better, create policy around that. Simple as. But for some reason, our politicians don't seem to get it, or they don't want to, because their objectives lie in greed or pushing their own agenda or something horrible, something that's not directly tailored to the benefit of the average American citizen. And I think most people can agree on that our government doesn't serve the people anymore. So now that you've heard what I think, please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you satisfied? Are you dissatisfied? Is there specific things that you'd like to see changed in the country that would present the opportunity for more satisfaction in your life? Let me know all that down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.